You know, there's a lot of crossovers that happen in this absolutely wild world of the online politics sphere. And one of the crossovers I did not expect to see on this day was drama between Hasan the Hun, aka Hasanabi, aka Azan, aka Sank's nephew, aka Poo Poo Piker, aka Brownout Piker, aka Poo Poo Pants Big Turkish Big House Man, aka Hank Pecker. Anyway, I did not expect TwoMad and Hank Pecker to end up having some drama, but of course it has occurred. So Hasan posted a tweet that says, Lamau, and it's showing two images. Delta CEO asks CDC to cut quarantine time for breakthrough COVID cases. Quarantine time for breakthrough COVID cases. CDC shortens recommended COVID-19 isolation and quarantine time. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Monday shortened the recommended times that people should isolate when they've tested positive for COVID-19 from 10 days to 5 days if they don't have symptoms, and if they wear a mask around others for at least 5 more days. So it seems like Hasan believes that this is a example of the CDC perhaps not, I guess, taking COVID seriously enough. That seems to be the implication. Then TwoMad responds, Hasan, this is Alex Jones' populism level insinuating the Delta CEO, through brute force power influence, forced the CDC to cut isolation time when the CDC, via independent advisory signed off by many epidemiologists, had already decided on it to mitigate health worker unavailability. You know, I didn't know that TwoMad was super into politics. I mean, I'd seen him tweet some pretty base stuff in the past, but I mean, him just full on engaging in political debate here is pretty damn pog. I love seeing creators that are not in the political space necessarily getting involved with politics, especially if they're pretty big. And I mean, I'm currently inclined to agree probably more with TwoMad, though I'm not sure if there's been... I don't feel like the CDC is like buckling to Delta Airlines or whatever, and it just, that seems like a little bit far. But then Hasan quote tweeted it and said, I originally thought this was a meme. I was wrong. Apparently there's a good deal of people on Twitter who truly think Sandy Hook was fake level conspiracy to repeat what the CDC openly stated, that this brand new lowering of quarantine requirements is to protect the economy. You're doing the same thing the Trump supporters did when they called it a plandemic. They said the CDC and Fauci were in the pocket of Big Pharma, and look where that got us. First to get the vaccines, and close to dead last in vaccination rates in the developed world. LOL. TwoMad's making some good arguments. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm taking TwoMad's side here, okay? Like, I do think that sometimes there is... Now, I don't think it's a perfectly comparable... I don't think it's a great comparison, but I think that when you call out the comparison isn't perfectly right, you're making a distinction without a difference. Because I do think there is some level of danger in riling up a populist distrust of our epidemiologists and scientists, even if we have some reason to believe they're only doing it for the economy, right? It is not in the best interest of Delta Airlines for everybody to be sick and dying of COVID, okay? The CDC is not going to sign off on movements, even if it is with the priority of improving the economy, that are going to result in COVID annihilating a bunch of people, okay? It is not in the best interest of these massive corporations and capitalist private business owners for people to be dying in droves of COVID, okay? It is in their best interest for COVID to be over, all right? I promise you that people dying of COVID isn't helping the economy and isn't making these people richer. You're doing the same thing that Trump supporters did when they called it a plandemic. They said the CDC and Fauci were in the pockets of Big Pharma, and look where that got us. First to get the vaccines and close to dead last in vaccination rates in the developed world. Yep. Distrust of the medical industry is what has led to so much anti-vax sentiment. Yes, it's actually Trump supporters who are in favor of continuing restrictions famously. Just come on the stream if you want to clearly communicate your position rather than posturing with weird Twitter takes. I do agree that TwoMad should probably go on stream and talk with Hasan, because Twitter is a platform where nobody wins, okay? You cannot make the fully nuanced, proper argument you want to make on Twitter, okay? They really should be having this conversation, like, in a call over voice on stream, maybe. You can't really be this stupid, Lamau. The comparison I'm making is between Trump supporters suggesting the CDC was compromised by private business, and you're doing the same. If you can't get that analogy, you should ask your uncle for a new job. All I'm learning is cowardly posturing behind the computer because you're worried that you won't be able to misrepresent what I'm very clearly stating in real time and relegate to uncle memes like a Groiper neckbeard. I'm sorry, but TwoMad is not a Groiper neckbeard. This motherfucker has begged me in the DMs to come on my stream like 10 times, and now that I'm asking him to come on, it's all Twitter memes. That's an interesting claim. Oh, shit. And then finally, the drama ends with, figures you'd avoid literally anyone who's knowledgeable on politics, but you got no problem debating TwoMad, Greek, XQC, and Trainwrecks, and then you call me the coward in your echo chamber, respond to what I'm saying instead of begging me to come on your stream. I do have to say, go to the deleted tweet, Xander Hall. Oh, never mind. I don't see any deleted tweets, but regardless, oh, here's one. I originally thought this was a meme. Oh, yeah. I know you want to say you were just pretending, but we all know government balances decisions for economy all the time, Hasan, but you imply a compromised government by corporations, so TBH, I clapped you up a bit, so chill with the Trump pandemic misinformation for a week, yeah, stun locked. Talking like a Hasan viewer there, I think on purpose. That was a good meme. I gotta say, I think TwoMad is probably in the right here. I'm gonna be honest. What do you guys think, chat? I'm leaning more towards TwoMad's side. I get pretty iffy when people start generating mistrust towards the medical industry. Big Pharma is cringe and bad, don't get me wrong, but you have to think about the motivations of your political rivals in order to figure out, like, why they're a problem, right? Like, okay, we don't like capitalism, right? We don't like capitalist fucking billionaires and CEOs and whatnot, but it makes no sense to claim that they're trying to loosen COVID restrictions or like that they're manipulating the CDC to loosen COVID restrictions, because while yes, you could argue that in the short term that would make them more money, it would destroy the economy. And don't get me wrong, capitalism isn't very good at regulating itself and keeping itself alive without government help, but I don't think it's in the best interest, and I think these people know it's not in their best interest to have droves of people dying from a pandemic, okay? I think in this case, it's probably safe to trust the CDC and the WHO and these large places. Now, I am aware that this is an argument about COVID. However, I'm not going to talk about COVID at all in it, all right? Nothing in the title. It's just going to be the Hasan versus TwoMad drama. But that's more or less all there is to talk about. We did a good old, stealing Boblax's shtick here. Good old tweet reading of the drama. Hopefully you're caught up now. I want to know your opinion on all of this in the comments, so please feel free to drop it down below. Like the video if you haven't already and you enjoyed it. Comment down below, of course, letting me know what your opinion on all of this is. And if you want to see more content from me, consider subscribing, ringing the bell icon, follow my social media, all linked down below as well. And if you want to help me out financially, consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub over on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or maybe even donating over on YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, or even pledging on Patreon. But no matter how you support me, whether it be through a like, a comment, a view, or even a financial donation, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.